Okay, we're back. We're back in Space Engineers, and we're gonna finish up the elevator that we started. Hmm. Okay, well, we are waiting on Space Engineers to load. All right, we're back in the game. Oh my god. Well, the elevator is quite tall. New station. Alright. Okay, so I changed this thing a bit, and I'm gonna try and add like a counterbalance down here. Wait. Here are rocket launcher shooting. Just gonna use heavy armor. It'll be good. Good enough. I'm not really sure what I'm doing now. Okay. So hopefully this will be able to lift a heavier ship. So yeah, we're gonna simulate a heavier ship now. Go to the elevator, remote control, and control this bad boy. Yeah, before I do that, I'm gonna go to rotor settings and set its maximum value to 93, let's see, and minus 93. If you remember from the last stream, we had some issues, not really issues, but basically the angle at which the elevator contacted the ground when it went down was roughly 95 degrees. So okay, I'm controlling it now with a mouse. Let's see if it moves. Okay, so we do have movement, which is good. I really hope this thing is gonna go down. Yeah, let me just grab like, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have this, and that should be pitch. No, sorry, yaw. Okay, so it's turned on. Okay, it's working. So if I turn it off, the gyros should turn on, and you should see a decrease in speed, which is exactly what happened, and they should kind of balance this thing out, and it should slowly start going back up. At least I think so. Okay, let's get back to going down. You can see it's nice now that they added the color change in the gyros when they're being overridden, which is a nice addition, I'd say. Okay, we need to give it a bit more angle, like let's say 96 degrees. And reduce the speed a bit. We don't want it to blow off. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's see the settings. Okay, so it reached 96 degrees. Let's use the not F12 but F8 for spectator mode. We're gonna come here and check out the height. Say we might want to go down for like 1 more degree. Let's say roughly. Depends on the ship and if you're gonna have like a platform built here or whatever for a ship to dock and then later attach to the elevator. Also, this is not only doesn't need to be used for going up, it can also be used for pulling ships down from the orbit. I mean, like slowing the descendants from the orbit. At least I think so. We ain't gonna know until we try. Alright. Go back to Akarak and okay. So reduce or increase the boundary on the rotor for 1 degree and turn on the override. Turn off the override. The rotor is at 97 degrees. If we go to spectator mode, we can actually see it's almost flush with the ground. I won't do any more because there's a risk of damaging something. You can even see the antenna is very close over here. Or it actually, the antenna was tipped by this, I guess. Not sure. Okay. So I'm gonna basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a larger ship here right now for this thing to pull up. So I'm gonna exit this, yeah. And let's say I am not gonna play smart, I'm just gonna build a ship. So let's say we have a large, big, heavy ship. Alright. So I'm gonna delete some of these guys. And let's add some heavy armor. So let's say we have a ship this big. This is just for test, okay, so I'm gonna try and not overdo anything. So the idea is here to, well, basically, as the ship is gonna start moving upwards, I suppose its inertia dampeners should turn on, and they actually are turned on right now, as you can see. So actually, we might need to turn off the upwards facing thrusters in order to go up, because they're gonna stop us from going up. They're gonna push because they have a tendency to keep the ship in place, not going up or down or anywhere. Alright, so this is very ugly, but this can fly. Alright, has a gyro and a cockpit. It's a very ugly ship, but it doesn't mean it's bad because it's ugly, you know. This looks more like a torpedo than a ship, but it doesn't really matter. So, as this is connected via connector, I don't know the strength of these connectors now. I do not know. I don't know if this is gonna hold up this much of heavy armor. So we're gonna test it, okay? So we're gonna go back to character, to our little astronaut, and we're gonna try and remote control this thing. Okay, go to elevator, and now what I want to do is I'm gonna try and turn off all the small thrusters. Okay. So what's this gonna do is basically gonna stop the inertia dampeners, or I could even try and do this. Okay. So it seems like they're not turned on, but that's not the same entity as this is. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn these guys off. Okay, so if we go back to spectator, the thrusters should be turned off. So my idea is to push this ship up into atmosphere and then turn on its thrusters and hopefully fly it away. So yeah, I'm actually gonna add another remote control block for this ship. Okay. And then a camera, sorry. Not an antenna, but camera. Camera facing forwards. Okay, I'm gonna place it there. Let's just make sure it's facing upwards. That's it. Okay, so we go back to character. That's drone. Okay, we need to take ownership of that stuff. So antenna needs to belong to me. Sorry, everything actually needs to belong to me. Alright. Let's see what happened here. Oh, okay, so looks like they disconnected. Probably because of the ownership. I'm not certain. But I'm gonna try and increase the okay. So there's a connector here. I'm gonna increase its strength. See if that can help. It can't really. Oh, right. But what I can do is I can remotely control this thing. I'm gonna turn on its thrusters. Go to remote control. Control this thing. Okay, I'm in spectator now, but I can use F7, I think. Alright. And we merged. Wow. That was cool. Let's go to spectator. See what happened. Did we destroy something? Or? Oh wow. Seems like we're not merged. So for some reason this thing got launched into outer space, which I don't think is my fault. Something like really weird happened. I'm gonna turn this thing around and add a reactor so we have some thrust. Oh yeah, thrust. Thrust is important. Rather cut this thing out and try and paste it. Oh wow, I'm an idiot. This was stupid. Although I quite like the fact that the stones got destroyed. This is cool. I did not know it does so much of a destruction just by hitting it. Alright, so I'm not gonna use the connector. The new connector. I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna pretend this is a ship. A heavy ship. Alright. Don't be mad at me. It's just that I don't have the time now to do all that. Okay, so let's say this is a ship. This is not a ship, but hey, use your imagination. Okay, we're gonna try and launch this thing up in the air. So we're gonna go like this far away, use F7. Sorry. F9 maybe? Yeah. So we need to use F8 to move where we want to. Then press F9. So now I control my character. I can go to elevator. Where is remote control? Okay. Try and pull this thing up. Okay, so I think it's working. So I'm just gonna use the commands on my toolbar to override the gyros. Okay, so gyro overridden. Let's turn it on. Alright, and we're moving. Look at that. Oh yeah, so our space elevator is moving. Perfect. Okay, so the speed is bumped up quite a lot, but you can see this looks crazy. So F9, I'm gonna stop the speed a bit. This is interesting. Alright, so lowering the speed, turning off the gyro override. Okay, so this is not gonna cut it. We're gonna have to reverse the override. So needs to be more gentle. Looks like it. Okay, so it's moving back. So if I turn it off for now, let's say it should perfectly come up. or not. Okay. We need some more power, but okay, so this can easily be done with, say, sensors. Okay, so if you mount a sensor to the bottom, use something like a reference point. So okay, let's go down so I can show you. Sorry for some lag. So let's say you have a sensor. Okay, we can exit now. Let's say you have a sensor. I mean, it can also be done with timers, anything you like. The symmetry mode is kind of annoying because of the lag. So if you have a sensor here, you can set it to detect this pillar. Okay, so when it detects the pillar, it stops or shuts down the gyro, right, whatever. You just need to balance it out, give it a few tries, reload the world a few times because you crashed everything and so on, but it will work and it can be done. And as you see, we do have an elevator. Okay, well, thank you guys. I have to run off to college. I will see you soon. See you later, guys.